What's up everyone, it's day 15 in the Big Brother 24 house, and as Joseph decided to pump the brakes on the Pooch bromance, we shall call it, and also Terrance has thrown Monty completely under the bus. We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Alright folks, now right before we get started, if you haven't already and you want quick, concise and fun live feed updates on your YouTube feed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button and the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live on the channel. Alright, let's jump into the live feed updates now. Folks, prepare yourself for the biggest blind side of Big Brother 24 so far, and the victim of the blind side is us, the viewers. Folks, Turner has taken a shower. That was more shocking than Janelle taking Will out at the Final Four in Big Brother All-Stars 1. Turner has taken a shower. That's a blind side. Alright folks, anyway, we've got an update in regards to the eviction show this week, and we were led to believe that it was going to be on Friday due to the January 6th hearings that were going to be aired on Thursday, but now CBS have pushed back Big Brother even further. So we have to wait until Sunday for the eviction show. Oof. I'm not happy with that, but folks, we're getting a 2-hour special on Sunday. It just kind of sucks that we have to go so long without Big Brother, because we're kind of led to believe now that we're going to go without live feeds for 4 days as well, which it just sucks. It really does suck. So let's hope it's worth it for when we do get the eviction show on Sunday. Alright, okay, so day 564 of Monty being a dick towards Taylor continues. He is fixating on trying to get her out. He is... I'll break it down, right? He's got a right to try and get Taylor out because of the fact that Taylor is definitely going for him, but he seems fixated on it for all the wrong reasons. Like, when he's explaining why he doesn't like it, I saw him in a conversation with Terrance where he was talking about, you know, Taylor's done this and yada yada. At least Pooch is straight up. Taylor's, you know, just... and it's like he couldn't even come up with a reason for it. I'm obviously exaggerating it with the but if y'all watch the clips online, you know, that have been posted all over Twitter, it's like Monty seems to hate on Taylor, but he doesn't have a reason why he's doing it. He just continues to be obsessed with hating on her. That's my eyes anyway. It doesn't seem like he's got a legitimate reason as to why. It's like Paloma planted the seeds and Monty is continuing to just hold on to those seeds. And I'm seeing what a lot of people are saying, and I agree with these opinions. People are saying, you know, Monty's one of those people who is very stubborn for a start. That's what people are kind of generally saying. And the fact that he's one of those people where his mind can't change from another perspective. He gets fixated on the first thing that's being presented to him, whether it's the truth or whether it's a lie, and he just hones in on it and doesn't let it go. And I think that's starting to annoy a lot of the house guests and certainly a lot of the viewers. So he continues to ramble on about getting Taylor out, when at this point Taylor is starting to actually get into the fold, which is amazing. She is, you know, she's nowhere near at the top and she's not far from the bottom, but it's progress from last week when she was very at the bottom. That is a lot better news, so that's nice to see that. But as long as somebody like Monty's going to be around, he's just going to be going on and on and on about Taylor. And to be honest, this could actually work against him. In fact, you know what? We'll get onto this shortly, but it has started to work against him. The amount he just goes on and on and on about the same things, not just Taylor, but in general. I think people are starting to get very annoyed with him, and people finding him to be quite irritating. So yeah, there's that, folks, and I think a lot of the viewers would agree on that one. I certainly do. Monty, in my opinion, has been the biggest disappointment as a house guest. He's been a flop. He is somebody who wants to please the HOH every single week. Apart from this week, when Taylor is... he even talked about last week, you know, I'd like to think that we can just, you know, be unanimous for the HOH every single week and all that kind of stuff. And then now it's all of a sudden, let's get Taylor out. Let's not do what Jasmine wants. So, I don't know. Monty gets a big fat thumbs down from me. Now, continuing on, Terrance was kind of saying that he wants to... I think he used the phrase he wanted to check... Like, when he was talking about Taylor, check her asses in, like, you know, keep her calm. She's wandering around with, like, too much confidence about the vote. And he's got a fair point in saying that because you don't want Pooch to spiral, but he's spiraling already. And the language could have been a bit more, you know... I would like to talk to Taylor just to ask her to be a bit more low-key about it rather than saying check her ass. I don't know. It seemed that people got riled up about it. I don't know if people are getting riled up over nothing there, but yeah, it's he makes a valid game point, but just the way he phrased it might have been a little bit sounded like he was hating on Taylor a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Terrance is another one who's very much back and forth in regards to, one second he is in with the guys, then he's talking to the girls, which we'll get onto shortly, in regards to throwing the guys under the bus and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's seems to be a recurring theme there. I like Terrance a lot on day one. Then he jumped on the Taylor hate train. I did lose some respect for him. But Terrance seems to be kind of turning up the notch a little bit and starting to play a little bit more, which we'll get onto very shortly. Amira went to Alyssa at one point in the day to tell her that Kyle is really into her and really likes her and all that kind of stuff. And that was, I don't even know what she was doing there, because Kyle is I would say Kyle isn't really into Alyssa very much. I think she's giving Alyssa false hope there. Alyssa was, her face lit up when she found that out. This is slowly evolving into chaos, folks. On a game level, this is slowly evolving into chaos, and I kind of love it. It is very, very interesting. I'm just looking at my updates right now. I don't think Kyle's in a position to jump into a showmance, and I think he's kind of expressed that as well. So Amira is kind of giving Alyssa false hope, like we discussed there. But this is slowly turning into a split house war, which excites me very, very much. If we look back to Big Brother 6 and Big Brother 20, we know that those seasons go down in the history books, some more than others. I personally wasn't a huge fan of 20. It was okay. I wasn't rooting for level 6. I was rooting for like the kind of outcast Faute gang, and they just kept making mistake after mistake, and it backfired. And yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting split. Whether it be guys and girls with a couple of people in the middle going backwards and forwards, then eventually forming groups is my guess. But I don't know. This is kind of interesting. But anyway, speaking of the guys and girls split, the newly formed outcast kind of group of Brittany, Michael, and Kyle were talking together about how the girls are very, very cliquey. You know, the kind of core group of Jasmine, Alyssa, Amira, Indy, those kind of people. Very, very cliquey. And Brittany was saying she realises she's definitely on the bottom of that. Brittany is a talker as well, folks. If y'all haven't realised that already, which I'm sure 95% of you have, Brittany is a talker. She talks and talks and talks and talks more than TV talks with Tom. She just goes on and on and on and on. And don't get me wrong, I really like Brittany, but she can't keep her mouth shut, and that is ending her up in a world of trouble. That kind of backfired on her a bit later in the day when people started to say, oh my god, Brittany, she's playing all sides. She's talking way too much. But if she's got the right people covering her back, then she should be okay. But she definitely needs to tone it down, because Brittany does have an in with the girls and she gets along with most of the guys, so she could play the house very, very well if she just shut her mouth and kept the information to herself, rather than spilling it left, right and centre. Or I would say maybe, do what Jason and Danielle did in Big Brother 3. Tell it to the right people. Tell it to maybe one or two people, and that could benefit you. Yeah, that's what you could do. She could take the information she gets and bring it to Michael and Kyle and Taylor as the potential fourth person of the outcasts that they're talking about bringing in, and that could benefit them as a four. That could get them to storm all the way through the game. But when she's talking to everybody and throwing so many people under the bus at the same time, that can backfire. So I wish Brittany could do that on a more low-key note, and then she'd be playing the game a lot better. Alright, now for our daily Poosif segment for all the Poosif fans out there, or you could call them Dooch, or come up with a name yourself. It seems as though Joseph has kind of told Pooch to calm it down a little, but it's almost like it was generally about the vote. But I do think he is a little bit uncomfortable with how much Pooch is all over him. And I've said that day in, day out now. Like I've said, Pooch is definitely into Joseph, I think, more than Joseph's into Pooch. I don't even know if Joseph is into Pooch. Pooch, I would say I'm confident enough to say he's definitely into Joseph. I personally think this, and again, it's just an opinion, I do think Joseph is into Pooch. Maybe it's just a fact of him feeling a bit uncomfortable with the cameras being there, etc. But that's totally valid. If he wants Pooch to stop, being so touchy-feely, then Pooch should respect that. And he's kind of told him, stop kind of, spiraling and being touchy and joking and stuff like that, because he's basically saying that it's annoying people. So I think it was a sugar-coated way of talking personally about him and Pooch, as well as Pooch and potentially staying in the house with the vote, killing two birds with one stone, essentially. So yeah, we'll see where that one goes there. I think Pooch is screwed either way. I think Pooch is probably going to be going this week. The girls seem to have taken control, but equally, it's not a thorough girls' alliance because there's some cracks there with Taylor, with Brittany, but also some of the guys like Terrance and Daniel are kind of leaning towards the girls, and it's all over. But a split house, I would say, is definitely coming. And yeah, I'm glad that Joseph spoke up about that, though, because if he does feel uncomfortable, then he should be telling him that. That's it's a weird topic to discuss, because obviously I'm fully there. If they are into each other, I'm fully supporting them. But equally, you know, if Joseph doesn't feel comfortable with that, I mean, if someone was all over you 24/7, then you're probably going to feel a little bit uncomfortable about that. So good on Joseph for kind of speaking up about that. And yeah, we'll see where it goes this week. But I think Pooch is getting evicted. Now, for those of you who are getting sick of Monty's behaviour, you are going to absolutely love this update. Now, Terrance went to talk to Amira in the bathroom and basically said Monty is going crazy. He is going crazy. He is, you know, I think it was regarding the whole kind of how he continues to fixate on everything and how he's so stubborn in how he feels and very kind of my way or the highway kind of person. Terrance has officially thrown him under the bus now. Amira has got sway with the girls, possibly more than any of them do. I would say it's her, Jasmine and Nicole that are the key players in regards to girl influence. So him going to Amira was a huge deal, and already Nicole and Amira did discuss the fact that Monty's getting on their nerves, so that's adding fuel to the fire right now. So Terrance officially threw Monty under the bus there, and I would expect Monty's stock to just go plummet down even more from here on out, and I would assume that's going to happen more today and more tomorrow and more over the days where we probably won't even see the feeds. That sucks, but folks, there you go. If you are getting sick of Monty's behaviour, then you're going to be happy with that update. I'm kind of glad Terrance did that. I'm glad that Terrance isn't been a pushover in the house and he's actually talking to people and saying, look, this isn't quite right. And you know, Amira was saying, is he afraid of the girls and all? Because obviously we know that Monty continues to go on about an all-girls alliance, and which he is right about. But it's the fact he can't be subtle with anything. The key to Big Brother is being subtle and giving out the right information at the right time and keeping the right information at the right time. But Monty's just like doom, 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 doom every single second. And that gets on people's nerves. So I'm glad Terrance went to speak about that. It was a good game move for him to do that. It gives Terrance an in even more with the girls as well and moves Terrance up the hierarchy because he's given information. And yeah, I don't know. It's nice to see things slowly turning around. For the people who were being kind of mean to Taylor on week one, they're starting to crumble. Not so much Jasmine and Daniel just yet, but watch this space because Taylor's slowly moving up and Monty is moving down. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Please let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. There's a lot to talk about today regarding the whole Joseph and Pooch situation, Terrance throwing Monty under the bus, Taylor moving up the hierarchy and other people moving down. Lots and lots to talk about, folks. So let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. But thank you everybody so much for watching. I am dying in the England heatwave right now. It is incredibly hot. I'm just about managing, folks, and I just about got through this live feed update. But like I say, I hope everybody enjoyed it. And make sure that you are staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.